Hi, first graders. So I have something kind of cool that I wanted to show you. This is my, can you read it? Trunk o' Treats box. And it's kind of fun. I take it out when it's October and we're officially in the month of October. And I really love the holidays. So we're going to use it to help us come up with a math problem. And we're going to look at partners and total today. So in my trunk o' treats, I have some creatures. I'm going to pull them out one by one, and then we're going to discuss the partners and write an equation that goes along with these partners. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and open up our trunk o' treats. I'm going to reach in there, and I have a snail. I'm going to keep pulling out some creatures. Lizard. Another lizard. Snail. And last creature, another lizard. It's facing the opposite direction. I'm going to scooch our trunk of treats back so you can see all of our creatures that we pulled out. Okay, so now I'm going to count the objects that we have. We have 2 snails and 3 lizards. And I'm calling them lizards, but I think they're actually geckos. I'm looking at their feet and they kind of look more like geckos. So if I were going to turn this into a story problem, here's what it would say. I pulled out 2 snails from the trunk or treat box and 3 geckos. How many creatures did I pull out altogether? Okay, and then to look at that in a number sentence, I would say 2 for my amount of snails, plus, because we're adding these amounts together, we had 3 geckos. Those are our partners. And we were solving for the total. So we want to know how many creatures there are all together. Okay, we can also look at this in a math mountain. Remember, we don't know the total yet, but we know the partners, 2 and 3. I'm going to draw my 2 tiny tumblers on that side, 3 on this side. Let's use the math mountain to solve first, and then we'll go back and we'll check by counting the creatures. So I'm going to start with 3 because it's the greater number. So 3, 4, 5. According to my math mountain, we pulled out 5 creatures altogether. Let's double check our work and count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, good. We got the same answer. So 2 plus 3 equals 5. So in this equation or number sentence, 2 and 3 are our partners and 5 is the total. When we add the 2 snails plus the 3 geckos, we get a total of 5. Okay, let's try one more. This time, I'm going to put some objects that are more festive for the month of October in our trunk or treats. Okay, so hold on one second while I change this up, and then we'll turn these objects into a math problem as well. Show you in just a sec. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. The trunk or treats is back. Put some other objects in here that we're going to work with. I'm going to open it up and one at a time pull out the objects and we'll sort them. And then we'll talk about how we're going to turn that into a math problem. The first object I'm pulling out is a witch finger. 1 witch finger. And the next object is a giant eyeball. So far I have 1 witch finger, 1 giant eyeball, another giant eyeball, witch finger, another giant eyeball. Let's see if I have any more objects. I do. Another giant eyeball. And there's one more object in our Trunk or Treats box. It's another witch finger. Okay, so if I were trying to figure out how many objects we pulled out of the Trunk or Treat box, we can turn this into a math problem to help us figure that out. Okay, so let's look at our objects. We pulled out 1, 2, 3 witch fingers, plus, how many eyeballs did we pull out? 1, 2, 3, 4 eyeballs. And so we're trying to solve for a total. Okay, that's what we're solving for. I'm going to look at it in a Math Mountain as well. It's always good to double check your work. Math Mountain is a great way to do so. 3 is our one partner that we have over here. So 1, 2, 3. 4 is the other partner. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now I need to figure out what 3 plus 4 equals. I'm going to start with the 4 because it's the greater number. So I know I have 4 over here, so I'm going to count on 4, 5, 6, 7. According to my Math Mountain, we pulled out 7 objects out of the Trunk or Treat box. Let's count our objects to double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Awesome. 7 is our total. So 3 and 4 are the partners in this equation, and 7 is the total. We could also write it like this. 7 equals 3 plus 4. That's still true. This still says that when you're adding 3 and 4, we get a total of 7. Okay, your job, let me put these eyeballs and these witch fingers away. Your job today is to get your math workbook out. Turn to page 31. It's a 3 and a 1. And the directions say, write the partners and the total. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to look at the pictures, and number 1, you see there's flowers. You're going to count the objects in the first part of the rectangle. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 is my first partner, plus 1, 2, 3, 4 is my second partner. So 5 plus 4 are the amounts that we're adding, and then you need to find the total. Okay, and I'm going to add it by counting on. If you want to make a little Math Mountain right here, you can do that as well. I'm going to say 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then write my total in the box. Okay, down at the bottom, it says draw a picture of flowers to show 4 plus 2 and write the total. So down here, you're going to draw pictures to match 4 plus 2 and then write the total. And today, you're also going to do the back side, which looks pretty similar, but on this side, whoops, let me hold it like this. On this side, we have the Math Mountains. So you're going to do the same thing with the pictures. Count how many objects are in the first part of the rectangle. Put that number here. Count the objects in the second part. Put that partner there, and then solve for the total. But then you're also going to plug in the partners and the total over here on the Math Mountain just to double check your work. On number 11, it says draw a Math Mountain to show 6 plus 2 and write the total. So you can draw your Math Mountain down here. 6 and 2 are our partners, and then you're solving for the total. When you're finished, can you please take a picture and submit it on Seesaw?